Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. Today's video is going to be both very interesting for you and also a challenge for me because I'm going to demonstrate a piece of equipment to you live, and it's superb. It really is. This is one of the best pieces of kit I've actually had into the studio and into the editing room for a long time. It's the RØDECaster Pro. Now, I had planned to do an unboxing, first look and review all in one for you, but alas, because Rode sponsor the Geekanoids channel, I did not get my RØDECaster Pro in a box. I got it in this really cool backpack, which I'm really appreciative for. So a big thank you to Rode for sending me out the kit to do this video. Now, when you buy a RØDECaster Pro, you're probably very interested in audio, or you should be. This is an all-in-one box for doing podcasting, but it also acts as an audio interface. So I've got it set up just behind me here, and I'll be showing you it very shortly, so that I can demonstrate all the features. Inside the box you also get these big pieces of card, and this gives you details of what all of the buttons are, the sort of layout of the product and what everything does. It is very good, very thorough, and really very useful indeed. So I think before I actually change over to looking at the RØDECaster Pro review, I do want to say a big hello to everyone who's tuned in live. I really like doing these videos live, but I must admit this one is a big challenge, so do bear with me. A big hello, of course, to Aaron Stoy, Golden Solution, Darren Bird and Michael Coleman. Thank you very much for tuning in live. I really do appreciate it. If you're not watching live, if you're watching this after the live broadcast, I will just remind you that you can, of course, post all your comments and questions in the regular comment section. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. Please do hit like on the video, share it if you can. The more people that get to see these live broadcasts, the more fun it is. I think it's time to switch over. Let me just get this ready, just to make sure I do this properly. We're going to switch over to the RØDECaster Pro. And hopefully with some audio as well. So you should be seeing the RØDECaster Pro now on your screen. So here we go. This is what it looks like. It's a fantastic looking piece of kit. I've got my audio levels just here, so I can actually put the audio level up and down. Hopefully that's coming through loud and clear for you as well. This is really very interesting. Very interesting piece of kit. Do let me know in the live chat that the audio is in fact coming through loud and clear for you. I'm relying on you guys to give me this feedback. Now, to give you an overview of this, we've got 4 microphone inputs in the back, which I'll show you all the connections very shortly, and then we've got these 4 sliders, and these sliders control the levels of each of the microphones. So if you were taking this out and about to do maybe podcasting on the go, very easy to set up with 4 microphones, and then quite simply be able to control the levels of the individual microphones. This one here controls the level of my microphone, so now I should be quite quiet, and then as I put the microphone level up, you should be able to hear me a lot clearer. We've also got a mute function, and then I believe that these buttons here are for a solo button. So this will sort of mute the individual track, so I can mute track 2 for example, or microphone 2. But if we don't want any interruptions from anyone else and I only wanted to listen to microphone 2, then I could push the solo button, and that would mean that everything else is muted and you can only hear microphone number 2. So that's the first really good feature, is having quick access to be able to mute channels, and then also I love the addition of the solo button. We can also access settings for each of these as well. Now you can do this just via the touchscreen here, but if I push number 2, it allows me to set up microphone number 2. So that's a really quick way of getting into the settings, and I can actually set the level, phantom power, go into advanced mode. I can choose the type of microphone, and there's presets in here for various Rode microphones. I'm on the RØDECaster at the moment, and we can also change the voice settings as well. And then of course if we want to go back to the home screen, we can push number 2, or we could have pushed the little home icon. So that's a really nice way of controlling the mics. Let's have a look at the settings for microphone number 1. I will just give you one more call out again. If somebody can put in the live chat, if indeed you can hear me loud and clear, that would be really very useful. So let's put in microphone number 1 settings. So we've got a medium voice at the moment. I could change it to deep voice, and this should change the vocal that you're hearing now. I can even put it onto high voice. I can actually change the settings for whether I'm speaking with a soft voice, medium voice, or strong. So if I put it on soft, it should make me sound a little bit softer. Medium, 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then also the strong setting as well. I sort of think I've got a medium voice, so I leave that on the medium settings. In setup, we can change the levels, phantom power, but we can also go into advanced, and we've got things like compressor, de-esser, ducking, high pass filter, noise gate, and even an oral exciter and big bottom. If I put on big bottom, for example, it should give a lot more sort of depth to my voice. So there's lots and lots of settings for the microphones. You'll also notice we've got 3 more sliders here, which is really very cool. So this slider here is for if you've got something plugged in via the USB input. This one here is if you've got a smartphone plugged in, and then this one is for Bluetooth. You can even pair perhaps a smartphone via Bluetooth, and this allows you to take in perhaps phone calls to your podcast and be able to very easily bring the levels up and include the caller that's called in via your smartphone or via Skype. Same applies here if you've got something plugged in via USB. Very cool indeed. And then last but not least, we've also got these panels here, which are really cool. Now these have got special effects on them, so I can actually play one of those to you now. Very cool indeed. Not only can you use the pre-set sounds in here, you can also record your own. I think I recorded one to here the other day. Welcome to the Geekanoids channel. Very cool, and that was just recorded with the microphone that I've got plugged into the XLR1 socket. You can also give yourself a round of applause. I think I'm doing quite well. I really do think I'm doing quite well with this particular broadcast. So apart from all of these controls I've covered already, we've of course got the touchscreen. We can go into settings on the touchscreen. We can go into audio, sounds, or hardware. So for example, the sounds there, you can see you can tap to record individual sounds. We've also got hardware controls as well, micro SD card, Bluetooth, and advanced. If we go into advanced, we've got controls for the brightness of the screen. Now, I mentioned micro SD card. There is a micro SD card slot in the back, and you can, of course, record direct to micro SD card, as well as plugging this into your computer, so you can have a primary backup to the micro SD card for if you're mobile and out and about without a computer. If you've got a computer available, then you can record to both the SD card and to your computer as well with an audio recording application. And then we've got some rotary dials here. You've got 4 jacks on the back for headphones, so I can actually adjust the monitoring level for each of those headphone ports. We've also got an overall adjustment here, and then we've of course got, if I just move this very slightly, you can see the headphone jack in the front, which I'm using to monitor the audio at the moment. So it all works really very well. I'm really very impressed with this, and I can really highly recommend it. It's absolutely superb. I do just want to give you a little look at the back, if I can, without sort of disturbing any of my wiring here. You can see there on the back the 3 empty XLR ports, and my microphone's plugged into XLR1, and then just here is where you plug in your smartphone. We've also got 4 headphone jacks here as well. We've got left and right outputs to go to maybe an external audio device, and then we've got the micro SD card slot, the USB socket, which is USB-C, which I've currently got running to my iMac to bring this audio into this broadcast, and then of course we've got the input for the power supply and the main power on off. It's a very sturdy unit, very, very well built. Love the screen with all this feedback on the level controls. It's very intuitive to use, and I think Rode have done an absolutely fantastic job with this. So you should now be able to hear me back on my regular microphone. The regular microphone, just for point of reference that I use for my broadcasts, is the Rode NT USB. So this is another Rode microphone sitting just off camera, which is connected via USB. And then the microphone that I was using during the demonstration of the RØDECaster is this one here, which is the RODECaster microphone, or RØDECaster microphone. Very, very good mic. And there was a preset in those screens that I showed you, so that you could adjust the audio automatically for various models of Rode microphone. So now that we've actually disconnected the audio for this, let me just turn this off briefly, and I just want to disconnect the microphone and just give you a better look at this. Let's just disconnect all my wires. Hopefully this won't cause the broadcast to crash, but let's just take all of these wires out, because I just want to give you another look at this on the main camera, just to show you, just to give you like an idea of the size. When you saw it on the desk there, it's very difficult to actually judge the size of this, but it's very, very easy to pack this into a bag, or indeed the backpack that I hope Rode make available as a separate purchase. And let's just turn this on one more time, just so that you can see this powered up. As you can see, this powering up with the screen there, and then you've got all the levels, level controls, etc. It's a very, very nice looking unit. We can of course go into settings, and I can show you that screen quality a little bit better on the main camera. It's a very, very well made product. It's got this slight angle to it as well, so these are rubberized feet on the bottom, so it's not going to slip around on your desk or table. And you've got all of the controls to hand. Now it's just a bonus that it works as a USB audio interface. The main sort of selling point for this, or the main target audience, is if you're actually doing podcasts or some sort of audio recording. And let me just pop this audio up again. Thanks very much for letting me know. Brixton VZ said that the audio's a little low. I hope that's a bit better for you. So back onto the subject of this RØDECaster Pro. The target audience for this is if you're doing podcasting or some sort of audio recording, either in a studio or editing room setting, or indeed if you're traveling to various locations, clients, maybe you travel to actually do podcasts with guest presenters, then this can come with you, and you've got that ability to obviously plug in up to 4 microphones on the back, 4 monitoring ports for headphones as well, and of course the micro SD card slot for recording your audio. So it's a really nice unit, very, very professional. We've got Null Zero asking a question. What would you use the pads for on the right? So you've got these pads here. When I first saw that, I thought sequencer, drum machine, that sort of thing. You've seen these pads on other devices, and what these are used for is they come with pre-recorded sounds in them, or sound effects like applause, music, etc. And you can of course record your own. There is also a companion app that you can use to configure these on your computer, and you record your own sound effects into these, and then with one touch of the button you can trigger that sound, which is very, very cool indeed. I'm not sure, I might be able to, if I just bring in, oh no, I can't do that anymore because I've unplugged the USB. But if you watch back, this is to Null Zero, you asked a really good question there. So this is for triggering sounds. If you watch back from the beginning of this broadcast. Once it goes up on the main Geekanoids channel, you can see me triggering some of the sounds with these. So I really like the inclusion of this. It makes it very easy to do one hit sound effect, intro music. Maybe you've got an interview that you recorded earlier. I'm not sure if there's a duration limit for each of these, so maybe not an interview, but certainly for sound clips, very, very useful indeed. So that is it for this particular video. I'm really impressed. This is a very, very good all-in-one solution to podcasting, audio creation, and of course, as you saw within this demonstration, to using this actually for doing live broadcasts as well. I think it's very, very cool product, really well thought out, and Rode have got a winner on their hands with this. I've left a link in the video description to where you can pick this up for yourself. Also, of course, a link to the Rode website where you can check out this and their other products, so please do check that out as well. If you've got any questions at all, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button. Don't forget to tune in for another video on the Geekanoids channel very soon.